What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Now, earlier I did the video of non-spoiler, and this video is going to be a little bit better because this has the nice and juicy stuff in it. And that what I mean by the spoilers. I'm going to be reviewing Jurassic World. That just shows you how much excitement I am. Jurassic World Dominion. Spoilers. Yeah, so now, if you don't want spoilers, go check out the other one. But I'm going to be honest with y'all. It is not. It's a whole different ball game right here to that one, because we got the spoilers. I get to talk about all the excitement and everything else that I couldn't talk about in the other one because I tried my best to keep that spoiler free. Now this video and that video right there are my first time reviewing a movie. So that's why I'm a little bit excitement. And the other one I was excited in, but not as much because it was hard to try not to spoil anything for me. But before I start, like I said in the other one, I did get to watch the movie 2.5 times. So yeah, that's 2.5. I don't know why I did that, but no, the first time the speaker or the audio was messing up, so all you could hear was right there, so you couldn't hear the video. Second time, so they moved us to another room. Some people left, some people didn't. I was one of the ones that didn't. Went to another room. I was in the middle of a group of people, and these people were doing nothing but being rude. One person was on the phone on speaker beside me. I could hear their whole conversation and hear the person and the other on the phone more than I could hear the movie. I mean, I try to be polite. They wanted to be even more rude. One person got up, stood right in front of me, talking to these two other people on my other side, standing right dead in front of me, and no one decided to say anything like, say, hey, you mind coming over or something because you're in his way. No one did that. When I said, excuse me, the person out of the blue was like trying to start something, and it was like, no. I was like, I just left it alone. I tried to watch as much as I could. That's when I went and just watched it again. Granted, I had to wait a little bit for the movie to start again, but I did go back and watch it because, I mean, I couldn't watch it the first time because the audio messed up. And the second time I couldn't watch it. I could barely watch it because I had rude people all out. It's like you got a whole group of people taking up the whole entire aisle, and I'm just the oddball that's in the middle. I'm still trying to figure out why didn't they go down an aisle where they could all sit together, or in the aisle behind me. As I mean, when I go, I'm sitting like third or fourth row from the screen, so I'm nice and comfortable, and I sit dead center with the screen. Like I'm doing like this, I'm right in the center of the screen is where I like to sit at. I don't like sitting at the end of the thing where I'm going to sit halfway in the seat like this, or sit part way where I'm still have to go like turn so far. I like to be center. Some people like to do it the other way. I mean, that's all on y'all. But I have to be in the middle of the screen for me to be comfortable to watch. And granted, I drive an hour and a half, depends on traffic, to get to the theaters. So yeah, when I get there, I want to be able to watch the movie and be comfortable. Now, I didn't share all of this in the other movie because that's non-spoiler. So I count this as spoilers. Y'all getting the whole story right here. But when I finally got when I went to watch it the second time, because I'm not counting. Okay, the bell rung off the clock, but that's nothing to worry about. But no, when I don't count the first one because that was about halfway through the movie, or not even halfway through the movie. That's when that issue happened. Because at first they didn't know about it, and the movie was so gone we couldn't hear nothing. Then they backed it up and they tried to fix it. I mean, things happen like that. I mean anything could happen. I'm just glad the speaker didn't just go poof, or the screen or the monitor or something went poof. Cause I had a TV do that. I'm sitting right. I'm at home. I'm watching. I'm gonna just say this real quick. I was at home watching the movie or watch. I don't know what I was watching, but I don't know. I'm watching it on my nice big TV, and the whole stream from this corner to this corner right here, a loud poof sound went poof, and the whole stream went to a little white dot, and there went that. But I'm just glad that didn't happen, because that would have been a whole different thing. So, I mean, I think they did get it fixed after a while, because, I mean, when I came out, after watching the second one, they were letting people back in. But no, other than that, I'm not going to say any more about that. Let's go on again to the juicy review of the movie, because that is mostly what y'all here to watch or listen to. Because I know some of y'all probably listen to the videos, or y'all watching the videos. I mean, I don't know. I know some people do that, some people don't. It's all on y'all. But do I have the thing right here? Yeah, it's right here. Okay, I didn't see it for a second there. But yeah, we got our three main characters back: Dr. Grant, Ian Malcolm, and Ellie Sattler. Hopefully, I said all the. I know Dr. Grant. I forget. I can't really get his first name right. But I mean, mostly in the movies, you just hear them say. Well, they do say Alan. So I just said. There we go. Watch later on down the road. I ain't going to even be able to say that name. But Alan Grant, Ian Malcolm, and Ellie Sattler or Dr. Sattler, the three main characters from the first Jurassic Park movie, made a return. Now, I know that's not a spoiler, but I mean, I'm just excited to just say that, because I never thought we were gonna see them. Instead, like if you watch the Lego Netflix, that's on Netflix, the Lego cartoon, or I think it was on Nickelodeon at one time. I don't know, but I mean, you saw them in those. Yeah, but I never thought we would see them back. So that was kind of cool to see that. A real big spoiler right now, that's what saved that movie, I think, was having them there. It is one thing that saved the movie. I mean, I enjoyed the movie, but I mean, one thing they did do was have them there, and that was kind of a little bit of what saved the movie, I think. And I bet a lot of people would agree with me too. But no, we have the little girl from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom come in. She made a return. She was living with Owen and Claire. That's it, Claire. I couldn't say her name in the other video for some reason, but yeah, Claire and Owen was taking care of Macy. Hopefully I'm saying these names right. I'm not really good with names. I'm going to be honest with y'all right now. But yeah, she's living with them. They're on the run because everyone's looking for her. Now, at first you don't know why they're looking for her. It's more of she's a person and that you just took her. More likely. But I mean, 4 years, I think it was 4 years, I think, passed. And since they talk about she being 14 and 4 years have passed. So when in Fallen Kingdom, she was 10 years old. So yeah, she kept getting out. She kept going where she shouldn't be because they were on the run. We found, Blue had a baby. And that's not a spoiler because that was shown in the commercials of Beta. Hopefully I'm saying these names right. Or is Beta? Yeah, Blue and Beta. Beta gets kidnapped. Blue blames or tries to attack Owen and Claire. But he promised to bring her back. But I mean, that was shown in the commercial, so that's not really a spoiler, is it? No? But we did get Owen's friend back. He made a return. For some reason, I know his name was told, but I can't think of it. I'm so sorry, everyone. But he was in the Jurassic World movie. He was in the raptor pen with Owen. He made a return. He was helping them find the girl. We got to see the black market or the underground. yeah, underground black market of the dinosaurs. We got to see here's the spoiler one right here. The barrel. No, I don't think that's a spoiler either because it was already mentioned that there was going to be a baryonyx with a mechanical arm, and it was his left arm. But what you don't know is that that's I think it's a juvenile, or yeah, it can't be an infant. It's a juvenile. Once that's what they had in there. They had juvenile dinosaurs in the little ring fighting with chains going to them. But we did get to see the Carnotaurus and the Allosaurus get out. How they got out of their little pen. That was kind of foolish right there on that guy's part. But I guess he was trying to make an escape. Forgot what his name was, but he was like a bounty hunter or a hunter type thing. Or tracker. I think it was a bounty hunter type deal. But he messed up. Is how they got out. Let's see, what else was there? We got to see the Quetzal. We got to see ghosts. Now, I loved the I can't think of their name. What it's called, I feel so bad that I'm doing this video and the other video, and I can't think of these dinosaurs' names, what they are. But I mean, you had Ghost, Tiger, Red, and there was a fourth new raptor. I forgot what his name was. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. But I liked how they came in. I liked how they looked. I like how they were used by being. It's almost like the Indoraptor, where they used this woman used a little laser to mark the targets, and then sent out the signal for the attack. That's just, they took that from the Indoraptor, and I like that how they did that, because with the Indoraptor we got to see a little bit of that. With these four, we got to see a little bit more than that. And they would not stop for anything. They just were. They were running. They were booking it after Owen and Claire. Claire's jumping off the buildings on the roofs. And it was just, she was just barely that raptor was just barely missing her. Now, if y'all know what the name of the raptor species is right there, let me know in the comments, because I can't remember what it was called. The Triceratops, I think, or was that the feathered one? But we'll get into that once we get there. So I'm talking about spoilers, and we're dealing through the whole movie. Or what I think is the spoiler parts. But I mean, I liked how that happened. It was just an epic thing right there. I mean, some stuff could have been. Now I do have a big spoiler, but that's gonna be towards the end. So I just remembered this. But no, we got right after that we got the Quetzal got shown. That was kind of cool to see when Owen trying to saying, "Is that another plane?" They're like, "No." It's like all you see is the big wings, barely visible through the window. And then it's like disappears and comes back, how it just attacks the plane. I mean, we don't get a whole lot of the Quetzal, and I'm kind of a little upset about that, so I was hoping to see more of it. But all the dinosaurs looked good. Instead, I'm going to butcher this word, the animatronics. Hopefully I said that right, but the puppet dinosaurs, some of them looked okay, and some of them did not. Now, I could understand the one that Macy's mom was petting and interacting with on the old video of her, because that was a video made back when before the storm, before the incident on Jurassic Park happened. So back in 1992, I'm going to say about 2 or 3. Somewhere in that ball game is where she made the video. I don't know which year, because it does not say. but it just says like the year of the park that went down was on 1993, the year. It does not say a date. And when the video of Macy's mom shows up, that there's no date showing when that was recorded or anything. But I can understand that one, how it looked and everything, because of the quality of the camera. But you see a little bit better version of it in the black market area or scene. You see them pick it up and someone's looking at a bright red one of that. I forgot what dinosaur that was, so I'm sorry about that. What else was there? We got the Therizinosaurus looked good. There's one thing I want to know, and I want somebody, if y'all know this or anything about this, I would love to know, why is the Therizinosaurus blind? Now that's a spoiler right there, and I will argue with somebody about this. That Therizinosaurus is blind because when you look at the figures, they got the pupil. They have an iris. They have everything that an eye, you see this, that an eye has. This thing had nothing. It was just a gray eye looking like it's blind. And the creature couldn't do nothing. I mean, Claire's hanging out of this chair, I'm too excited. I'm trying to get my words right. But the escape chair, I can't think of what it's really called, but the chair popped out of the plane. She fell. The pteranodons was all tacking the parachute, but she's hanging here. This Therizinosaur walked out right from beside her, came out in front of her, looked at her, and then just walked away like it didn't even notice her because she was sitting still. Just like the Rex, but the Rex is not blind. It just has poor eyesight. This thing looks like it is blind. And that's what I want to know. Is it really blind? Or is it just they didn't bother doing the color in its eyes? Because when it's like, here's a deer, this deer comes out eating grass, and the Therizinosaurus is like, has its hands basically like this, rubbing across the bushes and everything, kind of feeling where it's at and what's around it, but it can hear. And it hears the deer, and it's like it looks at it like you think it sees it, and then it just swaps it away. Goes to eat the grass. Now this is the part, I can understand that just then you can't really tell if it's blind. This is where you can tell it's blind. It was when Claire falls, it raises its head up, looks over, and kind of just looks back before she started moving. And then when she started crawling, it hears her, but if it could see, it would have just ran up to her and swatted her away. Instead of just trying to find like the sound, like it's, because that's when you know that it's blind. It's doing more hearing than trying to see it. And then when she goes into, it's like right there when she's in the water, it stops moving. And it lowers its head down all the way about that high off of the water, trying to sense for her. It's like it could smell probably where she's at, or somewhat of where her last scent was before she went under. And right when it roars, she's under it. Now, if this thing could see, it would already swat her away and everything. So I want to know. That is a spoiler. That's the biggest spoiler in this whole video right there. Is that the Therizinosaurus is blind. And if somebody wants to argue about that, bring it on into the comments, because we'll have a whole paragraph going on. Pages of it going on, because I mean, you can't tell me that this thing's not blind, because even when I'm going to just go and jump to the end, because even when the Therizinosaurus and the Giga is fighting, this thing don't even notice the flare. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to talk about it because we're talking about the Therizinosaurus anyways, and we're talking about the blindness. The pilot girl, I can't think of her name right now. She's a new character. She shoots out a flare to distract the Giganotosaurus. This thing is just standing there under the flare, eating grass and doesn't notice anything till the Giga makes a sound, and then it starts raising its head up and sizing itself up for the Giga. It's like, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is there more than one Therizinosaurus? Because how this thing actually stood up, looked at the Giga, and had its claws and everything like it's ready to fight. The one we saw before, I mean, if this thing could see, it would have seen Claire. It wouldn't have mattered if she was moving or quiet or anything. It would have probably swapped her away or something. I mean, it was looking at her. It was trying to see her. But with those eyes that it has, it's blind. Because it doesn't see the deer. It just hears it. Because if it could see it, it probably would have ran up to it or roared at it to get out of there. No, this thing just slowly walks up to it, trying to feel around with its hand, with its claws and other senses, trying to find where this is. And then when it looks at it and knows that where it is, it swats it. And then just run up to it, swat it away, or anything. But the ending is where the thing is, and I don't even think the Therizinosaurus even knew what was happening. It just knew it hears roaring. It knows what it sounds like. It knows how big it is. It's fighting. Thought somebody was pulling in the driveway. I don't know. But no, this thing looks blind. And I want somebody to tell. I know I've been rambling on about this, but there's one thing that's bugged me. If it's blind in one scene, so it has to be two. A blind one and one that can see. Or else it's just one, and this one just apparently had its claws in the right spots, for Rexy to charge in and push the Giganosaurus right through the thing like this. Like that, to have the claws go right through it. Or she just pushed it right up against there and the thing just raised its hand up trying to run and then find out the thing's already at it. I don't know. I'm saying all this stuff about the Therizinosaurus, and I love the design. I love everything about that because that is one of my favorite dinosaurs right there because of the long claws. You think of Wolverine, you think of anything else, and it's territorial. But I mean, how they did it with the blindness is what I don't understand. Or am I just missing something? Because I mean, yes, if it was, yes, I have a few birds. I have chickens. I mean, I've seen pictures of birds, but none of these birds have a light gray over their eye like they have the, well, I forget what it's called, but where it's symptoms of blindness. And that's what that thing had. So that Therizinosaurus is blind, and that's just the biggest spoiler right there, I'm going to say. Now, I did spoil part of the ending is where the Giganosaurus died from being impaled by the the Therizinosaurus by Rexy. But one thing I will say before I end this video, because those are basically the biggest spoilers right there, is the prologue video where we see Rexy, the feathered Rexy, and the Giga fighting, and the Rex dies, does not happen in this movie. If you go watch the movie, and when Rexy's down and knocked out, you hear like the little bit of the roar right there. You don't hear the Giga's roar, you don't hear the Therizinosaurus, you hearing the Rex roar while Rexy's knocked out, and then her eye just pops open, like wide open and everything, like it remembered, like back in the original Rexy died from this thing. And that's what they should have did. They should have had that scene in there for that, like showing when it got up to it, showed the thing, showed Rexy and everything, and had it do that, and then got back up for revenge. I don't know. That's just some spoilers I wanted to say. This video has gotten a little long, and I was talking about the Therizinosaur blindness. Everything else is basically we all knew about. But so I'm going to go end the video here. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time.